welcome Steve Gully into the eye of the hurricane. He is the head track and field and cross-country coach for University of Tulsa. And of course, right now we're in the indoor track season, and it's just coming to its culmination as you have the American Athletic Conference Championships coming up in Birmingham, Alabama. I know you're banged up a little bit, though, coming in, huh?
Yeah, we have a little bit of bad luck, but I mean, we don't know if somebody else doesn't have bad luck too.
Sure.
So we got to get there and take care of what we can do. And as you always say, you got to have a little bit of luck. You got to have something go right for you. You hope some other teams will come in and maybe get some points somewhere else. But yeah, Houston looks really a strong favorite. And then, you know, it's a toss-up, maybe 3 teams there for second. So it's hard to say right now, and I wish we weren't banged up. But that's how the chips have fallen this season, and we're trying to get everybody healthy so we'll be able to move on after indoors.
Now, indoor championship has been won by Houston the last few years, right? And I think maybe
Yes.
your team is the last one for it not to be Houston, right?
Probably right, yes, especially indoors. They have been very successful. They got a good group this year. Actually, they're ranked 4th in the whole United States going into the indoor national championships as of now. But yes, they have a lot more numbers, and I think that's always our situation. We sit here every year, we do the same interview. You can take 32 kids, and I'm putting 20 on the bus. So it's tough because we don't have the numbers, and where we're strong, if we're got some kids banked up, it affects us twice as much.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you get done with the American, and hopefully you have a great performance there, then you turn it to the outdoor, right?
Yeah, and it's kind of weird because we have maybe 4-week break, but most of the time we're probably training through it to get ready. But you know, it's weird, we're probably a better indoor team because there's less events and we're a smaller team. Outdoors, you bring in a lot more field events, which we do not have. So it would be great to have a full, healthy team for indoors. But yes, as soon as we're through with this indoor season, you go straight in the outdoor, and you know we'll have to have the kids ready again for like May 9th.
And in the indoor, you do have performers that do better in that environment, right? Sometimes, as far as your runners are concerned, or other performers?
Oh, absolutely. Some kids, I think sometimes you'd say a smaller runner will run better on the board track because you're running about 200 meters, but it's banked. So sometimes the ones that have the hardest time is, I'd say, a tall sprinter because the centrifugal force is carrying them out. But so you always have some kids, and you know we kind of joke. There's no wind and it's 68 degrees, so there's no excuse for saying bad weather or something like that. You know what you're running on, and we all go to Birmingham, Alabama, because it's a great track.
Yeah, and as much as you've had issues with some injuries, who's performed well for you in the indoor, both on the men and the women's side?
Well, you got people coming back. One you haven't really seen all season because he's going to be running the World Championships in cross country. Is Ben Preisner. Ben's a 5th year. Ben will be coming in. I think he has the conference meet record in the 5. Ben does good. You have some half milers who are waiting. You know, Gray Howard's done good. Tully's done good. So you have some guys, and then you always have some upcoming people. You got Scott Beatty. He's seemed to having a really good season this year in the 3 and 5. You go to the women's side, and you got 2 or 3 that stand out. You know, Caitlin Colfer has a good deal, and actually we have a senior. We hope in the 800 it could be a factor, and that's Sabrina Monsi. So you have some kids that tend to do well, and I can't always put why. Maybe it's their stature, maybe they're more comfortable indoors. But yes, you have some kids that tend to run better indoors.
Yeah, and then of course there's the pressure of the league championship, right?
Yes,
a little bit. That affects all performers, doesn't it?
It does. It does. And we try to, you know, I'd say not put the pressure on them. But I think all kids go in there and they know it's kind of like a midterm. It's our first championship for track and field kids. So if you're a field event or a sprinter, you haven't got to compete in a conference championship yet, where the cross-country kids have already got one under their belt.
So there you have it. It is the midterms for University of Tulsa track and field indoor as they take on the best in the American Athletic Conference. Coach, good luck.
Appreciate it.
And that wraps it up for our report. Thanks to Steve Gully, University of Tulsa track and field and cross country.